I've never been a huge fan of Ortiz.
Well, I think against Boachuk and Madrimov, he's had two really hard fights.
He was superb.
Well, I don't think Lubin's as tough as Boachuk or Madrimov.
I don't think Lubin's going to be able to deal with the Ortiz pressure. I think Lubin will be able to stay out the way for a few rounds.
I think once he gets caught, Ortiz will take him out. And I think this is probably going to be a KO.
Ortiz is one of the top in the division.
You can frustrate him. I can't see him beating him, but I can see him frustrating Vergil. Welcome back to BoxCast. In this episode, we're going to look at the upcoming fight on the 8th of November 2025 between Vergil Ortiz Jr. and Erickson Lubin, taking place in Fort Worth in USA. I'm going to be broadcast on DAZN in the UK and USA at least. Start with a tail of the tape. So this is a super welterweight fight, and Ortiz Jr. has a record of 23 wins, 0 losses, 0 draws, 23 fights in total, 21 wins by KO. He's age 27. He's 5'10", 178 centimeters in height. He's got a 70-inch, 178 centimeter reach. And this is 154 pounds, it's basically 70 kilos, 69.9. And he fights out of an orthodox stance. Erickson Lubin has a record of 27 wins, 2 losses, 0 draws, 29 fights in total, 19 wins by KO. He's age 30. He's 5'11", 180 centimeters. He's got a 76-inch reach, 193 centimeters. And he fights out of a southpaw stance. So Simon, interesting fight. Super welterweight.
The hot division.
Yeah. Tough fight as well. Lubin only lost twice to Sebastian Fundora and Jamel Charlo.
Yeah, he got sparked out in like a round by
both of them, yeah, I think.
In a round against Charlo. I think he retired against Fundora in the ninth.
I think the 9th round. And yeah, he was just basically knocked out. I think they didn't even bother counting, I think, in that one. So, it's a good fighter, but when he's come up against really, the top end in Charlo and in Fundora, and I think Ortiz is one of those.
The same again.
Yeah,
I've never been a huge fan of Ortiz, but against
well, I think against Boachuk and Madrimov, he's had 2 really hard fights.
He was superb. He's just relentless, isn't he? And I think that's going to be way too much for Lubin. I don't think Lubin's going to be able to deal with the Ortiz pressure.
Yeah. Well, I don't think Lubin's as tough as Boachuk or Madrimov, or as tricky as Madrimov.
I think Lubin will be able to stay out the way for a few rounds, but I think Ortiz is going to...
He can box, but I think once he gets caught, Ortiz will take him out. And I think this is probably going to be a KO or TKO or retirement or whatever. One of the things where he's going to wear him down.
Sounds like we're not even giving Lubin a chance, but I just think his proven track record of when he steps up is...
Yeah.
And
when Ortiz he's shown...
Ortiz is one of the top in the division. Yeah. He really, really is. So just...
No, I think if Ortiz is professional and on it, which normally he is... Yeah, if he's taking it easy or overlooking it, then you can see an upset. But
no, I don't think he'd be. I don't think.
But he isn't that kind of guy's camp, isn't that kind of thing. So you'd expect him to be fully prepared and ready. And on that basis, it's difficult to see an upset. I mean, I think I can see it going for a little bit if Erickson Lubin gets into a bit of a rhythm and can avoid, because he can move around, he can box.
Yeah, like I say, I think he will stay out the way for a bit, but I just think Ortiz's pressure. Because it's not just relentless pressure, Ortiz, it's calculated.
Yeah.
It's very,
very I think
clever.
He might not rush as well, isn't it? He's not going to be rushed if he goes long. The fight might go on for a bit.
Has Lubin got the power to keep him at bay? That'll be my other question.
Has he got the kind of power that Boachuk and Madrimov have got, though? Really, Boachuk especially, and it's got good power. I'm not sure. Well, they may have power in one hand, in like one punches, but I think the heavy-handedness of like a Bochuk or the speed and movement of the unorthodoxness of Madrimov. I don't think he fits either of them. But he can move around and he can box. So I think there's, he can frustrate him. I can't see him beating him, but I can see him frustrating Vergil.
He just doesn't get frustrated though, really, does he, Ortiz?
He just carries on going. He's a bit relentless.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I mean, like I say, I think one of the best fights you'd ever see is if you could put Nick Ball up to that weight and have Nick Ball Ortiz Jr. fighting together. Wow. You might as well just have that fight in like a 2-foot square.
Yeah, you don't need to ring.
I'm becoming a fan of Ortiz Jr.
I think he was always good, but because a lot of the fights, I think he wasn't like he outmatched most opponents. He's not like the 2 fights before Bochuk. I think he finished them in 1 round each. He was just he was KO'd everybody before that, isn't it?
I think the problem was because I can't stand Oscar De La Hoya.
Yeah, well, that doesn't help, isn't it?
Now, apparently there is already a fight made after this. There's a gentleman's agreement or a contract that might not have been signed.
With Ennis?
Yeah.
Well, that's the other thing. These guys have got to step up because you've got Ennis Boots coming into it, who's obviously made a
huge statement.
Stamped his authority on there.
He's number 1 in the division, will definitely beat all of them inside 6 rounds, even Crawford.
Crawford's not in this division. Let's take him out of here. He was never really in it. He was just passed it through.
Smashing.
Well, no, but I think it's like the hot division now because you got Vergil Ortiz Jr., you got Sebastian Fundora.
Well, he's the
Ennis
one.
Boots has just sort of got it now.
The one is Fundora, isn't it? Because he's such an awkward bastard because he's about 7 foot tall.
Yeah, and he's got better and better as he's gone along.
And he looks easy to beat because you think he's dead slow and.
Well, he looks gangly and like not coordinated, but actually, if you watch him box, it's really good. And I think he's got better and better. And I think he's got the confidence, and as he get more confidence, he got better and better.
Well, I think Ortiz
and he's got the pop, which is the danger thing. So he can.
Who are the belt holders in that division now?
There's our friend Bakram Murtazaliev, who can't get a fight because everybody's running from.
Oh yeah, Murtazaliev, who smashed Zewin.
Yeah. And so number 1 ranked is Ortiz Jr. Then you got Fundora, Madrimov, Murtazaliev, then Lubin. So Lubin is high on that list. Xander Zayas, who's the up-and-coming one. Ennis, who's stepped into it now. And then Adams, Ramos, and Baru. But I think you've got the top of that list is
Ennis.
Well, it's Vergil Ortiz, but yeah, you've got a.
It's Ennis.
Abbas Baru is the WBA World Super Welterweight Champion.
Is he?
He isn't, is he?
No. I just don't see Ortiz Jr. losing this, though, do you?
No. I think, like I said, I can see him getting frustrated, but Lubin dragging out the fight and making a thingy. But I think either way, Ortiz will win on points, or he'll win them by wearing them down, and I could probably see him wearing them down. I think the Baru one is the belt for Ennis the boot.
Yeah, I thought Fundora had 2 belts.
He did, but I think they've taken one away from him.
And
he had the WBA and WBC. Yeah, so that's what I was just checking. I'm trying to. Fundora was the unified champion, but it's gone down now.
The problem I have is that Vergil Ortiz is the interim WBC champion. So surely if he wins this, he goes and fights Fundora, not Ennis. But I think Ennis Vergil Ortiz might be for the Ring magazine belt, possibly.
Yeah. Well, I think Ennis is only 7th because he's only had 1 fight at the weight.
Yeah.
And you can see him going up that list at least a few places. Obviously, Murtazaliev was special in his win against Zu, but we don't know because we haven't seen him fight since. Ortiz has done well because he's fought 2 really tough, and Fundora's there. And Madrimov really has only lost to Ortiz and Crawford, and they were close. So you've got like really, there's 4 really tough guys at the top, and you add Ennis in, there's 5, and then Lubin's there, isn't it? So obviously Ortiz has got to get past Lubin, keep that position. And the ring is vacant, obviously, because Oman has moved up. So you could see Ennis and Ortiz would be a great fight for that.
So as you can tell, we obviously think Ortiz is going to win this one.
Well, I don't think Ortiz is going to get knocked out. And if he doesn't get knocked out, can you see him getting outboxed all the way through? I don't think Lubin's that good.
I just don't think Lubin can withstand the pressure.
Yeah.
I really don't.
Lubin is good.
He is good.
Ortiz is better, but
Ortiz is just a relentless
I mean, we did say this about
dog.
Joseph Parker and thingy early in the
Yeah, we did. How wrong did we get that?
Yeah. Well, if a referee hadn't stepped in, we might have been right. So we probably would have been right. But yeah, I can't see really past that point. I think Lubin can make it, like I said, he can drag the fight out. But I think Ortiz will want to be wanting to make a statement as well and stamp his authority on the division. Because obviously now there's a battle for who's the numero uno. And it's interesting that Crawford's out the way. I think it's all of them. Because they're all, it's who's going to be the bigger box office draw as well, isn't it? The one to get into that position. And they're all tough. And they've all got different sets of skills. So it's interesting to see which ones.
Yeah.
You're the switch hitting of Ennis. You've got Ortiz's relentless pressure. Bondora's ridiculous size. And skill as well. And Murta's Aliyev's skill and boxing style.
And power.
And Madrimov, and the power. And Madrimov's unorthodox style. So you
can't count out Madrimov, to be fair.
I think
you
he's
really can't.
Most of those. Because even the fight against Ortiz was really close.
It was really, really close.
Crawford was really close.
He beat Crawford.
No,
yes, he did.
He lost. The record shows that he lost. Well, I think that the fights were similarly close. I think there were his fight against Ortiz and a fight against Crawford was similarly close. I think Ortiz it was a bit easier to score because he was more on the front foot pressure. But yeah, Madrimov caused both of them problems. So it was a very, very tough fight for both of them. I think that's why they were trying to make Ortiz and Murta's Aliev. And he's like, you're kidding me? I've just had Boachuk and Madrimov tough fights. I need to have one break at least a little bit.
I think Boachuk lose a fight a couple of months ago.
But it was like, I think the guy's got his like kryptonite because he's beaten him before. So this is supposed to be Boachuk's to step back into that thing.
Yeah.
And he just got beat. I think we mentioned it on one of our things.
All right, what's your prediction then?
Let me do the odds first.
Odds. Here we go. Odds. Get your money out.
Right, let's see where they're saying. Yeah, this is sort of where we are. Vergil Ortiz 2-15, minus 770 to win. The clash outright, and it's 9-2 plus 450.
9-2 for Lubin.
Yeah.
Wow.
And on the community predictions, it's 94%, just over 94% for Vergil Ortiz, and 6%. Or just under for Lubin.
That's his mother and father then voting for him.
76% is KO, or 76, nearly 76.5% KO, 17 or nearly 18% decision for Ortiz, and then there's the 6% for decision for Lubin. Yeah, basically what we said. They're agreeing.
Yeah, like I said, I agree with it. I just think Ortiz is going to be too relentless. The pressure he'll put on Lubin, I don't think Lubin's going to have an answer for. And Ortiz Jr. at the minute just seems like he can walk through anything.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, we might be wrong.
Well, the division gets interesting if we're wrong.
Yeah, I just think, and like I say, my worry with Lubin is that every time he does step up, he's found wanting.
Well, I think Ortiz isn't that sort of world class, getting towards elite level. Although he's got to show a bit more to get to the elite, but he's in that thing with the Fondoras.
I think this win puts him there, though, because I think I think
this is
you've got your super
contender.
elite, and you've got your world class. Lubin's just on the verge of world class.
Yeah, this
just underneath it.
As much as
And
we
I
made it
think-
one-sided, this is a tough fight. This is
Yeah.
a good boxer, good fighter. So, yeah, I think you're right. It puts him on that then, isn't it, in the world-class elite level? Because if you've beaten Boachuk, Madrimov and him there, so it's really KO or points. And what do you think?
I think he knocks him out in round 6.
Vergil. 8. I think. I'll give Lubin a little bit of credit.
Is 8 your favourite number?
It's just the one that's like there, isn't it? It's usually by the time people get worn out, isn't it? So
Okie dokie.
8 or 9, isn't it? Is usually what I pick. And I think this one will be a bit shorter. Just, well, the other one was I think in 6, but you picked that, so I think it's going to take a few rounds and get him warmed up. But I think he will. I think he'll want to make a statement and get them out of there. So yeah, so let us know in the comments what you think. Are we too one-sided? Is there any Lubin fans? And then, yeah, and what you think of that ranking. Who would you like to see the winner of this fight next? An Ennis or a Co? And then there is a fight on the undercard here. So the undercard fight is Floyd Schofield versus Jojo Diaz. Although I think Jojo Diaz is indefinitely suspended by the commission, if I remember correctly, by the Illinois State Athletic Commission. So he's on the undercard, showing us a fight, but unless you've got the wrong Diaz.
No, it is Jojo Diaz.
So this is sort of another step of fight for Schofield, Floyd Schofield, the face, if it does go ahead. A lightweight, isn't it? So it'd be interesting to see how he gets on, because it's another tricky customer, although, you know, either a tricky customer and Tevin Farmer took him out straight away, and then he's had some fights where they thought he was going to do that and he's been a bit less.
But he's
but
one of them.
Beaten on him coming up, isn't it? So he should be something.
Put them opposition in front of him and he'll.
Yeah. Because when Diaz has gone up, although he's won a couple, but like usually when he stepped up to a Zepeda or Regis Prograis or somebody like that, Oscar Duarte, he's lost. So yeah, it's more building up record for Schofield.
Watch this Schofield. He's a good fighter, you know.
Yeah,
yeah. He's definitely one to watch him.
Well, he's 19-0, isn't it? 19-0, and yeah,
really
he's one of the
fighter.
Contenders in that lightweight division.
And to take care of Tevin Farmer the way he did is wow.
Well, I think that's what's even raised him up, because he's had a couple where they thought he should have got him out, but he's gone to points, and then Tevin Farmer, he's just, and Tevin Farmer's a really good, you know, gave William Zepeda kittens, didn't he, twice?
Yeah.
So it's a tough fight, and you know he's just destroyed him. So he has got something about him. So one to watch there, and then there are other fights on the undercard. But Stevens is one. You've got a couple of them making up the list against Fulgham. But yeah, so let us know your thoughts.
Wasn't Schofield was meant to fight Shakur Stevenson, wasn't he?
Yeah,
yeah.
Well, I think they were trying to make a few of them, and then those have got into their thing of who they're going to fight, isn't it? The bigger names. So it's sort of opened up some opportunities in the, you know, the division for people like welterweight will open up, because you know Ennis has stepped up and things, and you've got there. But yeah, he's one in that. Shakur and Tank has, you know, gone off on his reservation. Shakur's there, Murataya is there. Zepeda now getting beat by Shakur has gone a bit more. There's Cruz, Mr. Eddie Hearn's guy, Andre Cruz. I think they're trying to make a good fight for him next, even though he's only had 6 fights. So I think he's stepping up. And Floyd Schofield is, and then there's Mason, Abdullah Mason, isn't it, as well? So there's a few good good contenders in that division. And Abdullah Mason's, I think, got a fight coming up on the Riyadh season, I think, under the Benavidez and Yard card. So, yeah, I think a few of them are going to make fights. And Muratai's had a couple of Zepeda, like I said, Vain Shakur. And then there'll be, whatever the divisions. And then where the tank's getting out the way, then we'll see what happens in that. But yeah, he's one of those in that division and a good up-and-coming boxer. And getting there. So yeah, that should be a good fight. Be good to see him again. If it goes ahead. We see which person it is. So yeah, let us know your thoughts on this. What you think of Ortiz and Lubin, Floyd Schofield, if you've seen him in the comments.
I think Schofield wins as well.
Yeah. I think
quite comfortably.
Wins. Yeah, you would expect him to. And hopefully he's got a bit of confidence out of that knockout 7 Farmer. And then if he gets going, he's got some skills and some pop as well. So one to watch. Let us know in the comments. And like, subscribe, and we shall see you in the next one. Thank you very much for watching and listening.